of this demonstration. It also happens in my check, my fee for this performance. So we are on the same team. We want the same thing to happen. Well, I'm not really protecting your interests. I'm protecting my interests. And by way of that, your interests are being protected. I want you to take this pen, and on the face of the bill, I want you to put some kind of a little mark. So that if you do see it again, you'll know it's that exact same $100 bill, not a different $100 bill. Anyway, you want, yeah, it's just an identifying mark. And I can see it, it doesn't matter. Because why? We're on the same team. Now, Curtis, I want you to pick up your 100. I just want you to show it like this so people can see that it is a $100 bill, at least up front. And I have some envelopes. These are called check envelopes or security line envelopes. You've seen these before, printed lines on the inside. Just slide the bill in there without folding it. Just slide the bill in without folding it. Now, Curtis, do you have a couple $1 bills with you? A little bit of tip money. If you do, just throw them on the table. I need 2 of them, if you have 2 of them. There's 1. Done 1. You don't have it? 5. I don't know. I'll throw it in. Hold on. I don't know which one you're talking about. There. Okay. I want you to pick up either my one or your one. It does not matter which one. Just grab one of them and kind of show it so people up close can see that it's a $1 bill, and then without creasing it, place it into this envelope. So see, now we have 2 envelopes, Curtis, that size and weight are virtually identical. But one contains much more value than the other. Pick up your one. Kind of show it to them, same thing. Then straighten it out. Make sure it's all even and slide it in here. The idea is we have 3 envelopes now that size and weight are virtually identical. One has a much larger value proposition than the other 2. Picking the right piece of property. Here behind the table. I'm going to hand these to you, put them behind your back. Mix them up, shuffle them around. Now, Curtis, as you mix those up, do not try to figure out which one has... Also, I'm not going to call it your 100 anymore. It still is your 100. But I'm going to say my check. Because you do realize they're the same thing. That's true. I mean, that's the way we play the game. The 100 and the check are the same thing. Anything happens to the 100, it happens to my check. So from now on, I would just say my check. But you know, when I say that, I'm also speaking about your $100 bill. Okay, turn my back. Go ahead and mix them up. Don't try to figure out which one has the check in it. It should be impossible for you to tell for certain, but don't even try to figure it out. Once you've mixed them up and you're satisfied, let me know, Curtis. Just say, you're done? Okay, Curtis, you don't have any idea which one contains the check, right? Bring the envelopes out from behind your back, Curtis. Take each one, set it on the table in front of you, but do it in this way. Set them so the flaps are face down, touching the tabletop, and the address sides are face up towards you. Flaps are face down. Address sides will face up. Just kind of spread them around on the surface of the table so they're not touching each other. Done? Black magic mark on the table, Curtis. Would you pick that up, please, and take the cap off? Now, Curtis, I don't want you to write on the flap side, but on the address side of each envelope, right there in the center with that marking pen, I want you to fill in the numbers 1, 2, and 3 so that they're nice and dark. That way, if you held an envelope up, at least some people up close could see the number that's there. Just fill in those numbers right in the center of the address side of each envelope, making them nice and dark and big. Now, Curtis, same question. Do you know for certain at this point which envelope contains the check? No. Looking down at the 3 envelopes, Curtis, numbers that are on there, you reach down, just grab an envelope, hold it up, and call the number out loud. Just grab an envelope. 1. Keep it with you. Stand right there. Stand right on this little starburst wrapper. Curtis, look, these are the 2 you left, right? You had a completely free choice, and you had no idea which one contained the check. True? Mixed martial arts, 42. It's the same thing. Curtis, we have 3 envelopes. One of those contains your 100, which also represented my check. And that's serious. We're on the same team. The other 2 not worthless pieces of paper, but a couple of bucks. Now, obviously, what I tried to do was get Curtis to take the one containing the 100, which meant my check was safe, leaving the other 2 behind to be destroyed. But a lot of people think that no matter what my presentation is made up of, that this last demonstration has got to be rigged so that I can't possibly fail. But I can tell you that I have failed. It's happened 4 times. So, I really have. It should happen again here tonight. In other words, should the the 100 be one of these two envelopes, I want to understand by everyone involved in paying me, they are under absolutely no obligation whatsoever to pay me for this presentation. Everything is absolutely free. Plus, they also shrewdly negotiate what is called an all-inclusive contract, which means one check covers all of my expenses. I flew in from Boston, I'm going to Syracuse tonight, actually, on a red-eye flight. So it contains things like airfare, shuttle tickets, room service. All of that is tied into the check. Not that I want you to feel sorry for me, just to get an idea of what's at stake here. So not only would I not make any money, I would actually go in the hole on the whole thing. And a lot of these people just assume that if that bill was destroyed, you guys would go ahead and insist on me keeping the check anyway. It might even cross my mind. Nothing from any of you. So, and it's a gamble, it's a risk, so that I would not take payment of any kind. The only thing I would ask you to consider is reimbursing Curtis $100. Because I'm not going to do it. Curtis just thought, $101, didn't he? Why don't you help me out one more time? They have something real quick I'd like to share. If you only take a second. Or for this, just where you're seated or you're standing right now, I'd like you to do me a favor. Take me seriously for a second. Close your eyes. Concentrate hard. And pray that that 100's in that envelope. Curtis, come on back here by this table. I have not touched the thing, right? You marked your bill. You put a little mark on it. I don't want to touch that now. Whatever's in there, you get to keep. If it's the 100, even if it's my $1, you can. If it's 100, my check is safe. Go ahead, open it up, Curtis. I don't want to touch it. Just be careful as you open it. Pull out whatever you find. What do you have, Curtis? Wow. Yes. I know what Curtis is thinking as he's going back. I'm still out of buck. But Curtis, really, when those went through the shredder, because you didn't really know what was happening, what was going to happen. When those went through the shredder, you had a little adrenaline rush, didn't you? That was worth a buck. Hey, Curtis, don't come all the way back here. Don't come back here for a second. I was talking to several people back there. The types of presentations I do are all over the spectrum, really. I work for corporations, and I work for a medical diagnostic company on Monday in D.C., so all kinds of things, accountants, bankers, and you would not believe how hard it is to find someone willing to risk $100 bill on a group of bankers and accountants. But tonight we had a bunch of you, and I thought all of you were willing to do that. But Curtis is standing here for all of you, and Curtis. And there are people in here. You're a little different audience, so I don't know how many. Not as many as a normal audience for me. But in a normal audience, there are a lot of people in the room with $100 bills who would not even entertain the thought of doing what Curtis just did. Wouldn't even think about it. They don't want to step outside of this comfort zone. They don't want to do something different. So, if you feel that way, if you could have volunteered but didn't, just remember Curtis. Because Curtis was up there, gave us an entertainment, really gave us a risk, and I'm going to give him what he was willing to risk and give him a $100 bill. All right. I would owe you $1 million.